Hey everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here, and this video is sponsored by EA. If you know anything about me, you will know that I've been wanting to see consequence and depth in The Sims 4 for a while now, and I feel like that's exactly what The Sims 4 Growing Together brings to the table with two of its brand new systems, family dynamics and social compatibility. Your Sims aren't always going to get along with each other. They now all have their own little personality traits to argue about, to agree on, to find interests that they both have in common. And today I thought we would play around with those two brand new systems to see what chaos we can cause within our household. All you have to do is create your family, and then up here on the edit relationships panel, you actually have how the household member is related to you, and then underneath that, for the Sims who are related to you, you will have the family dynamic, and here you will be able to choose from 7 family dynamics. You have close, distant, supportive, permissive, difficult, strict, and jokesters. And then if you actually have a couple in Create a Sim, here you can choose from 3 different family dynamics. So you have close, distant, and jokesters. Family members who have the close dynamic are tight-knit and have very strong relationships. These Sims will naturally gravitate towards each other and develop strong positive sentiments more easily when spending time together. When socializing, they will share deep thoughts with each other more often. Sims with a distant family dynamic tend to be more reserved when around each other and won't make particularly frequent contact when apart. Even when in the same household, they won't go out of their way to interact or spend time together. If they do have to speak, they'll both naturally lean towards small talk. They also have a higher chance of forming bitter sentiments towards one another. When Sims have a supportive family dynamic, the older Sim often provides the younger Sim with emotional support and reassurance, while serving as a good role model for the younger Sim. When socializing, both Sims will actively seek to provide affection and compliments to each other. The older Sim will actively seek to console or cheer up the younger Sim, and the younger Sim feels comfortable venting their complaints or asking for a bit more help. Sims with a permissive family dynamic tend to let things slide when the younger Sim gets into a bit of trouble. The older Sim will often shower the younger Sim in affection and compliments, whilst the younger Sim will tend to be more demanding. When Sims have a difficult family dynamic, they simply don't get along like most other family members. When socializing, they'll usually lean towards complaints or even mean interactions. In a strict family dynamic, the younger Sim in the relationship respects the authority of the older Sim. The younger Sim often meets the high expectations set for them, though they often feel stressed around the older Sim. When socializing, the older Sim will often demand more of the younger Sim, and the younger Sim will usually play it safe with small talk. And finally, certainly last but not least, you have jokesters, often known for cracking jokes with one another and really know how to make each other laugh. When socializing, they'll often naturally lean towards funny interactions, especially jokes. They might even get up to some mischief together. They're more likely to form close or hurt sentiments towards each other. And I know what you're thinking, Molly, you currently don't have any family dynamics set for Trey and his family, but that's actually because you can also create these in live mode as you are playing the game. I like to think that they're called family dynamics because they're dynamic in the sense that you can really create them based on how you play your Sims, which is my preferred way. And then social compatibility actually occurs due to the new likes and dislikes that we got in The Sims 4 Growing Together. Sim characteristics and then conversation topics. For example, Trey dislikes argumentative Sims. They tend to quarrel often with other Sims. Perhaps it's because they feel a bit insecure, or they just like the thrill of winning a debate, or maybe they just enjoy being mean. I mean, I'm not saying that his granddaughter Skylar enjoys being mean, but I think we're gonna definitely get into it with her. Liking argumentative Sims means other Sims with traits like hot-headed, mean, or evil will gain some compatibility with your Sim. However, traits like good will lower their compatibility, and then obviously if you dislike those Sims like he does, you're obviously gonna have a lowered compatibility with hot-headed, mean, or evil, and have a higher compatibility with Sims that carry traits like good. Honestly, my advice on this one would be add as many of these likes and dislikes as possible, because then you're probably gonna have some form of social social compatibility with a lot of different Sims. There's actually 5 different settings for social compatibility. There's amazing, good, just neutral, bad, and awful. And then there's also conversation topics. Whether winning or losing, in the end, some Sims just enjoy the furious debate of a heated argument. If they like arguments, they welcome other Sims to challenge them in verbal battle, though others that dislike arguments will be particularly disgruntled when argued with. This has an effect on your Sim's relationship in the sense that if a Sim, for example, argues with Trey, that's probably going to have a negative effect on their relationship because he isn't a fan of that. And then once you hop into live mode, you can actually, in your relationship panel down here, see in the top right corner of your little Sims profile, the compatibility. It's shown off by a little puzzle piece. Ollie and his mother-in-law actually have bad compatibility with one another. Their affinity from the start won't be great, but it could certainly be worse. While still be a challenge for them to grow close, that doesn't necessarily mean it's not worth trying. Him and his wife have good compatibility. They might not become best friends instantly, but it certainly won't be a challenge for them to get along. Him and his sister have amazing compatibility. Building a strong relationship between these two Sims should take much less effort than usual. And finally, there is the option of awful compatibility. Oh no, based on their preferences, these Sims totally clash. To grow this relationship, both Sims will need to put in more effort than usual as they seek to overcome their many differences. And this social compatibility has an effect on how quickly, or I guess not so quickly, your relationship bar actually goes up. And the great thing about this is it's not only romantic. This goes for all Sims within the world, so whether you're hosting one of the new parties, say if you want to throw a little baby shower, anyone you invite and meet at that party, your Sim will actually have social compatibility with based on their likes and dislikes and the interests that they have with one another. Skylar is feeling pretty embarrassed by her distant family dynamic with her father. So she's actually gonna take it out on her little brother. She's gonna actually blame Corbin for her bad mood and also maybe insult his existence. She might be still a little bit jealous because those siblings had a pretty negative compatibility with each other, and also because of her traits being mean, she actually had a lot of suggested mean interactions with her brother from that very first pie menu. We were mean once and we've already got a new family dynamic pop up right here. We have difficult. When it comes to authority, some younger Sims just do not know how to respect their elders. It's certainly looking that way between Skylar and Corbin. Would you say that Skylar and Corbin have a difficult dynamic? Absolutely. I don't think this is gonna go down so well. Corbin's feeling pretty angry and Skylar is absolutely loving being mean to him. Is this a cheeky little welcome wagon I see? Usually, you know, I click straight out of this welcome wagon. But for this mini tutorial, we're actually gonna invite them in because I want to see what social compatibility we have with some Sims that we have not met yet. We're gonna go compliment her. No, actually. I thought that was friendly. That is indeed flirty. Christopher, I swear I'm not trying to start that much drama. And boom, from the get-go, Ollie and Celeste have amazing compatibility. I reckon if we really tried, we could definitely get these two to becoming friends. And then Babs is over here with her mother and Christopher, and her and Christopher also have amazing compatibility. What is going on in this neighborhood? Why is everyone so nice? Why do I literally feel like magnets being pulled together? I knew we chose the right location in San Sequoia. Oh, what is going on here? Are you two still arguing? Yep, I didn't even tell Skylar to do it, and she's still being mean to her brother. So I do feel like it definitely helps as a player to get the ball rolling. Just doing like a couple of those negative interactions if you want to, but then once you actually do have a dynamic, they do really seem to choose which interactions they want to do, and it lines up really, really well with their relationship. As you can see, their relationship has already started going down. They're clearly just siblings who do not see eye to eye with each other. Oh, she called him an alien. one. How could they claim that Corbin is an alien? Corbin has never even been to 6M. And how are we even family from our difficult family dynamic? Ugh, Corbin struggles to comprehend how he can be related to some of his family members. We're actually gonna have little Corbin try and come and tell Granddad that he's actually his favorite. They have amazing compatibility. I kind of want these two to become jokesters, so let's joke about elephants. If we make fun of adults, is Granddad gonna be offended by that? I swear, I don't mean you. I mean my parents. If I meant you, I would have made jokes about elders. Just if we're being specific here, Grandpa. Ooh, Grandpa did not like the making fun of adults. He definitely thinks that Corbin should respect his elders a little bit more. If that is the case, we're actually gonna head on over to the basic Keepsake box. Once again, a brand new item that came with The Sims 4 growing together. Elders are actually the only age group that has access to this. We can designate the Keepsake box, and Elder Sim can only do this once. And from here, we can ponder the meaning of family. Whoa! No, we're not doing this right now. Grandma, this is not the drama that I wanted. And actually pondering these meanings of family can be a quick way to create family dynamics. Ponder this meaning to receive a difficult family dynamic the next time Trey speaks with his parent, child, sibling, grandparent, or grandchild. Nobody knows what family means actually just removes a dynamic. So if you're not happy with a family dynamic anymore, if you maybe want to create a new one, you can just reset it through the Keepsake box if you have an elder living with your sim. Because Grandpa was a little bit strict with Corbin, we're actually gonna have him ponder family means high expectations. Oh, look at the little infant being held. Birthday parties. Granddad's really thinking about all the little milestones that the grandkids have done. Going sledging, riding a bike. We are going to tell him that, aren't you the sweetest little thing? I don't know, Grandpa. That sounds a little bit sarcastic if you ask me. After pondering family memories while perusing his Keepsake box, Trey realized the value of rules and expectations within a family. Certain family members tend to respect authority more consistently. His relationship with Corbin has evolved. They now have the strict family dynamic, which means the younger sim will respect the wishes of the older sim and is more likely to feel guilty for breaking the family rules. We're actually going to go on mean only because I kind of want to order Corbin to clean. With them having the strict family dynamic, I want to see if Corbin will actually do it. He's putting the book away, so he's already starting to tidy up the house a little bit. Granddad's word definitely goes in Corbin's mind. Grandpa, you don't have any current dynamic with the one and only Skylar, but how about we also ask her to do the same? So we're gonna order Skylar to clean. I somehow have a feeling that this is not gonna go down well with the diva of the household that is Skylar. Oh, they actually got a negative relationship from that. However, she is definitely cleaning, but she's been chore shamed. Skylar was ordered to clean rather rudely, as though she doesn't pull her weight around the house. She totally does her share of cleaning chores. Just yesterday, she cleaned the... Never mind, fine. She actually didn't even clean it. She straight up refused Grandpa's request. She just decided that she didn't like the fruitcake, and so she put it on the table. She tricked me. She made me think that she was cleaning. And of course, it's all her brother's fault. Her brother showing her up once again, so how about we just hurl a little insult at him? Ooh, they are merely down to acquaintances when it comes to their friendship values. Oh no, everyone's falling out with each other. Their dynamic is really affecting the whole house. Look at Skylar's face. She is absolutely fuming with her brother. Even just looking at him is infuriating to her. Ooh, we did a couple of little jokes with Skylar, and they actually got the jokesters dynamic. Cue the punchline. Trey and Skylar just can't stop cracking each other up. It's always a hoot when these two are in the same room, and they'll feel extra playful when spending time together. Yes, I can absolutely see those two becoming jokesters. And once again, these brand new family dynamics, whether they are made through gameplay, whether they're made through Create a Sim, or whether they're made through the Keepsake box, are shown in your Sim's relationship panel in their Sim profile. Dynamics can actually shift over time, so they can change dynamics if they want to. Again, you can do that a quicker way doing it through the Keepsake box. You can remove certain dynamics if you feel like they no longer fit your Sims. Do keep in mind that family dynamics are only available to family. Sims that are related to you through a bloodline, that unfortunately means that mother and father-in-laws can't actually have certain family dynamics. But the social compatibility is for everyone. And actually every townie in every pack that's ever been released, even just base game townies, once you start playing a family, they'll randomly get rolled a Sim characteristic that they like or don't like. And that's actually what determines whether your Sim has good or bad social compatibility with them. So when I say this actually affects the whole game, I mean it. I think one last thing to let you lot know about is we're gonna plan a stayover with our grandma from Babs's side. We're gonna go for 4 nights. We may have to buy a sleeping bag for grandma. Sorry grandma, hope your back's okay. Because you can also receive family dynamics with family members who actually don't live in your active household, but who do come to visit you or stay over. Oh, she's coming. She's running. She's like, I am bringing my baggage with me. Don't you worry. I am here to bring a new dynamic into the household. I wrapped it up nice and safely in my hot pink little suitcase. We're gonna welcome Lynn on in. Oh, she's already got a crick in her neck. She is not looking forward to these next 4 days of sleeping on the floor. Oh my word, that was so fast. I would say a good 5 minutes into the stayover, Lynn had already made up her mind. She was like, I just don't think we're going to see eye to eye, which makes sense when she doesn't have the best compatibility with Ollie. I think Babs went down in her estimations when she actually chose to get married to Ollie. Ollie, I'm sorry to say it, but your mother-in-law really doesn't approve of you. Oh, I'm kind of glad he's not able to see this, because I think if I were seeing my mother-in-law and wife discussing me with the anger on their faces that these two are, my poor little heart couldn't handle it. We'll just welcome her on in. We're just gonna put out the olive branch and maybe we can hang out. Oh, that was very, very formal. Good job, Ollie. Keep it neutral. Just chat about property values and talk about art. To be fair, I did make Lynn basically the anti-hero. She dislikes so many things, especially a lot of the things that Ollie is interested in. So nature, creativity, deep thoughts. She is not a fan of any of it. So I'm really not shocked that their bad compatibility means that all of these interactions are going negatively. Their relationship bar is already almost back down to 0. They were acquaintances when they started. They might soon be enemies once this stay is over. So there we have it. There's a closer look at family dynamics and social compatibility, 2 of the big systems that came with The Sims 4 growing together that really are going to have an effect on how your Sims interact with each other, how they perceive one another, how quickly their relationships are going to skyrocket or absolutely plummet. It feels so nice that you can finally interact with Sims and not everything feels like it's all dreamy and rainbows. Not everyone is gonna see eye to eye, and I think it offers The Sims so much more personality. So I hope this video was helpful. If you do have any questions about the family dynamics or the social compatibility, please do not hesitate to let me know down in the comments. I will try and get back to as many of you as possible. Like I said, I personally feel the best way to get these rolling is to do those interactions that you kind of want to influence a family dynamic if you don't have one currently set up, or just an interaction that you think the Sims would do based on their compatibility, and then it really does feel like the Sims sort of start steering themselves in that direction. I personally find it the most fun when you're dealing with those negative family dynamics and also the bad compatibility. Not because I want to hurt my Sims at all. Did you see how fast I put out that fire? My reactions were rapid. More just because I find them so interesting, and it's really just like kind of fun to watch as a player. Big thank you to EA for sponsoring this video. I hope it was helpful to you all, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye now.